Hi everyone, hope you're having a great day. So I thought today we would talk all about plants. So we're gonna call this Plants 101. So we get so many questions at the shop about how to care for plants, and I thought I would just go over a few things with you. So a couple things, we have all different kinds of varieties here. I'm gonna point out some of our most popular. This is actually a polka dot plant. How sweet is this? So the $1 million question is, everybody asks me, how do I keep them alive? What will live where? So good rule of thumb, flowers need light, they do. So you need to have it in a spot that is close to a window. So some require a little bit more brighter light and some don't. We're gonna start off with the absolute easiest one. I love this plant. So this is called a ZZ plant. And it's been known to say that these plants can live in a closet and still live. Very low maintenance. The thing I've noticed the most is most people overwater. So you wanna just check this plant probably like once a week. You can either stick your finger in, or we have something here at the shop that I find so helpful. It's called a moisture meter. We have so many plants in the shop, and we also have a lot of people checking our plants, meaning our employees. So this is just a little kind of, we'll call it a little cheater. And what this does is help us tell us when the plant needs to be watered. So you just kind of think of it as like a meat thermometer, where you put it in and you kind of test it. And right, you can see this is on number 1, so it's on the dry side. So of course, that means we should water it. Now, one thing we do recommend is that you make sure you don't have any gook on it, and you make sure, because it's a sensor, and you want to make sure that it's nice and clean so it will detect. This is another one, we'll poke this one. Let's see where this one's at. Also, this is on the dry side. So a lot of times folks will say, how do I know when to water my plants? Well, one indication is you can use one of these, or you can stick your finger in. But this is what happens. Every home is different. Everyone keeps their heat on differently, and also summertime versus winter also will affect that as well. So I thought today what we would do is put together a really sweet arrangement that you can put on your table or your island. So I got an oval container. This is just like a cement kind of style. Really simple. I would say it's about 12 to 13 inches in length and probably about 6 inches in width. So I'm gonna put my gloves on, and we're gonna get started. So if you have any questions, you can DM me or send me an email. My direct email is sandra@lesfleurs.com. I always answer my emails because I could talk plants all day long. So we're gonna get started. We're gonna start with just some rock. If you don't have any rock handy, if you have a plant, a pot that maybe is a little broken, we call them crocks. You can break up the pot and you can just use them at the bottom. So we're just gonna do this for drainage. I don't know if you can see that. So next we're gonna do is, I have some indoor soil. So we're gonna fill this up. I'm gonna move this over, because it's a little heavy. And we're gonna add probably maybe 1/2 to 3/4 full. It's a little on the messy side, so put some newspaper down or construction paper. And I like to use gloves, trying to preserve my hands. They're dry enough, right? Okay. So as you can see, I have probably like 3/4 in. The plants I want to use are, look at this. I mean, it's Valentine's Day, so we gotta use some pink. This is a Calendula, likes bright light. Look at this double petal to it. I think it's so sweet, so adorable. Okay, this is an umbrella plant. Has a little bit of variegated tips, little white tips, so I think it plays nicely with this. I also like length on either side. This is in the ivy family. It's an oak ivy. All right, and then how cute is this? This is a pink polka dot plant. Also likes bright light, and these are just so fun to use this time of year. I don't know, it just brings a little brightness. I feel like once I have plants in my life, I'm just happier, my mood is lifted, and you know, it's winter time here in New England, it's snowing, my garden isn't blooming, so to me this is, warms my heart. So we're gonna get started. So let's do this. Let's put the taller one in the back. So loosely what I do is I take it out of the pot and I just break up the root ball a little bit. and then tack that one in the back. And then I want to put in a little bit of burst of color. So I'm just gonna kind of tip it on its side and loosely take it out. And again, you just want to kind of loosen the root ball. Let's tuck this one in. All right, and I think we need a little flow on either side, so I'm gonna put actually 2 of these oak ivies in. Here's the first one. This one does not want to come out. Sometimes they're a little, there we go. And I'm just gonna pat it down. Oh, look how sweet that is. Okay, so here's the pink polka dot. Let's get this one in. And again, just on its side. You can see the root ball, so we're just gonna break this up a little bit. All right, there you go. Make a little well for it to sit under. And I always like to have the plant kind of leaning over and complement the other. All right, let's do the other oak ivy on the other side. It's a fun project to do. You can do it with your kids. You can have these all over your house just to bring the little flowers into your life this time of year. Okay, so I made a nice big mess, so we're just gonna kind of clean it up a little bit. Let's move these out. I actually think we could even put another pink one in the back, but just for time, we're just gonna kind of finish this up. So what I do now is I take my soil. Oh, I like to also kind of just pat it down just so the soil does set in. And you can also brush off, you can get yourself like a little paintbrush and you can just dust off the leaves. That's also a nice thing to do to clean up your plants. So we're just gonna topsoil it, as they say, fill in. Let's do the other side. So is anybody watching any good Netflix shows? I just watched Emily in Paris. I thought it was adorable. So I used to live in Paris, so I couldn't stop laughing because when I went to my first apartment in Paris, I actually went to the wrong floor too. So all you folks that watch it, I got a good laugh. I thought it was funny. My husband thought it was a chick flick, but who cares? It brought me joy. So anyhow, here we go. So you can put this on your table or something in your foyer. I just think it's so pretty. It brings me spring, brings me joy. So keep sharing. Take care.